Hola. Today is a day where I am being really, really intentional with making sure that I continue in the vein of having been reset. In me climbing out of that space and out of that funk, there are just certain things that I know that I need to do in order to put some distance between, that space, that mental and emotional space that I was in, and thriving, basically, and my desire is to thrive, even as, I am, neck deep in motherhood. I do not have any desires or nor do I value being super mom or being superwoman or anything like that. I do recognize for me that being a mom, especially being a stay-at-home mom, I've chosen to allow a lot of things about my life to be placed on hold while I rear my children, especially at this age because they're all so small. So recognizing and being at peace with that, that was my choice. I also recognize the need to not lose myself, which I've been doing constantly. I want to be balanced in this, so um, today is a work from home day for Ivan, which means I get to sleep in until 10:15, which is really, it's amazing actually. Because I'm not a morning person, first of all. And with that, I woke up with so much on my mind, like, what things do I want to do? What things do I need to do? I realized that I was kind of like slipping a little bit, and I had to put a stop to that. So today, I am hoping to connect with a few people in different ways. I have a village around me that I never utilize. There's also women that I believe can be a part of my village that I've never really taken the time to nurture those relationships. And I'm gonna be intentional with doing that. It's like I need to do these things, and I'm going to, despite how I feel. Yeah. Now I gotta get downstairs to these babies as I hear them trying to learn how to argue with one another. It's like, look, we not doing that. We not gonna be no household where you just argue with one another just for the sake of arguing with one another. I have to teach them how to love one another, and that's what we gonna do. All right, so now that Josiah is down for his nap, I need to bang out this kitchen because I don't like a cluttered kitchen at all. And something that came to mind is I should be able to start getting into the groove of things a lot easier now. I realized that with Josiah being an infant and having two toddlers, that most likely contributed significantly to just being mentally and emotionally, drained, tapped out. Sleeping isn't, consistent. It's constantly broken, so on and so forth. So now that he is 6 months, as of like maybe 4 or 5 days ago, we are going to be starting solids. So I have a sweet potato over here that I'm about to bake up and puree. I think that that's definitely going to be helpful as he transitions into eating solids. I'll be able to pull away more for him to be able to just hang out with his dad and his brothers. I can go do what I want to do for a little longer than usual. I'm hoping that's going to be very helpful. So something I realize, which I think is pretty common, is I am like constantly looking for opportunities to pull away from the boys so that I could clean. On one hand, it kind of feels weird, but really it's not. It's kind of like, I think, an expression, like an outward manifestation of what's taking place on the inside of me. I just have like this need to get the things that I've been wanting to get so that I can have the type of organization that I've been wanting to have. I think when I feel like chaos inside of me, my house reflects it. And I want my house to reflect the cleaning that's taking place and the transition and the shifting that's taking place. So there are like a lot of things that I want to do and a lot of things that I want to get. I've been wanting to finish my bathroom, and something as simple as getting those shelves that go over top of the toilet would do me good. And maybe get like a piece of art, you know, for my kitchen. There's a lot of things I want to do with the kitchen, but little small things. But I want to get, new blinds for like around the house, because I'm not about to clean blinds, especially considering the number of windows I have. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of like little small things, but it's a lot of things that I want to do to kind of help. I love having everything have a place, a residence, if you will. Something I'm realizing is I have to be really careful with, I can feel like the desire to spend money kind of rising, right? I mean, not that that's necessarily a bad thing, except when you don't have the funds set aside for that. But like I have this desire to purchase things, and to some degree I feel like they're things that I need, and it's easy for me to justify it because it's like it's for my mental health and stability, and I think there is some real truth to that, so long as I'm not putting us in the household in a bind.
What are you complaining about, woman?
Right.
Your life is great.
Using your money
Oh, true.
for stuff that's just for me.
Yeah.
Not that it's just
your
your money, right?
It's
Not that it's your
no,
money.
It's my money. Mine. All mine.
So a couple of things that I think I am going to move forward on is I am going to start getting my nails done on a regular basis, my feet on a somewhat regular basis, because those things do make me feel good, I do want to update my wardrobe. That's going to have to be a slow process, but I'm pretty frugal, when it comes to shopping for myself.
Y'all can support us on Patreon.
We don't even have Patreon.
And it'll go to great use. Support this black family. Help us keep making videos for you.
So I also would like to, I don't know, I really have to be careful with when I update things around the house. I have to keep that distinction between what's just for Dell, the woman, versus what's for Dell, the mom, the wife, and all these other things. I've been wanting an air fryer for at least a couple of years.
Let me say this. I could have been got Dell an air fryer, but she don't like useful gifts for like her birthday and anniversary. We had one whole time it was a problem. Maybe a couple times
I don't mind useful gifts as long as that's not all you've gotten me.
That's so Patreon. Let's talk about Patreon. I'm joking.
But he could also get me, gifts when it's not for a special occasion. Which reminds me, tomorrow.
Yes.
You know what tomorrow is?
I do.
It's our anniversary.
Let me tell y'all something.
What are we gonna do?
Not having a surplus of money sucks. I'm sure y'all can relate at some point in your life. You're balling out of control right now. But it sucks. Like, pray for us, because I'm tired of this season. But let me tell y'all a good thing. When we come out of this season, we gonna be well trained.
Yes, indeed.
We support some of y'all Patreon. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, I was thinking about this earlier. One of the benefits to him taking the cut in salary, he gets to we have days like this where he can work from home, and where I can sleep in on those days, and where I can, steal away to take a nap, and like life. And this is twice a week, every week. So, it's like the pros and cons, But I do miss having the surplus, a lot. So as I was nursing Josiah just now and waiting to put him down, something that came to mind was I need to get back into taking my baths, because that's something that I absolutely loved. And my baths would last for at least 2 hours minimum. And they were like nice and just boiling hot. But what, also caught my attention. Take a moment. What also caught my attention in that moment was the fact that like my baths are consecrated. They are 100% set aside for, time that I spend with the Lord. And that's when it dawned on me that the most critical piece in all of this is my relationship with the Lord. And it's like, duh, of course. Very sobering moment, to be frank. I have been avoiding the Lord in a lot of different ways for a lot of different reasons. But, in the same breath, like I've been kind of avoiding the Lord. And I know why. I do know why. But I do desire to be in his presence again on a regular basis. I do miss it. I do miss being with him, walking with him, moment by moment. I miss the word. I miss the reading of the word. I miss listening to the word through the Bible experience. I miss worship, just that personal praise and worship, whether it be in the shower, in the bath, just sitting on the side of my bed, just singing to him, and the feelings that come from that. We're not connected to, we are officially connected to a church body, but we haven't been active for a while. And I think that plays a part too, because we're not necessarily in community with other believers. We're not in fellowship with other believers on a regular and consistent basis. Me being the extrovert, I need that so much more than Ivan does. But he needs it, as well. That's the greatest piece. So, a nice, beautiful revelation that was necessary. And it's like, I hear you, Lord. I hear you loud and clear.